Alright, hey guys, now that Halloween Horror Nights has officially started, here's what I think about it, and here's some tips and tricks to overcome those crowds at Halloween Horror Nights. Now that Halloween Horror Nights is open, both nights were sold out and were maxed out capacity. The lines for each maze was about an hour or more, 2 hours. I saw the Exorcist get about 3 hour wait times. So the first thing you guys need to do is show up early. I would say show up around 4 or 5, honestly around 5, but if you guys can show up earlier, go ahead. Do the early entry, and the early entry allows you to go into the mazes early. So they do open the mazes earlier because they know that it gets really crowded and there's no way to get around those huge crowds. Another way to get around the crowds, besides doing the early entry, and yes, by the way, if you do the early entry, you can go in the maze. They open the mazes early. So if they open the mazes at 6, then you guys get to go on the back lot, go see Krampus, Freddy vs. Jason, American Horror Story. I believe you could do Exorcist early entry, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, make sure to do that early entry. It's very important because if you don't, you will be in long lines. Like I was gonna say, the second way of overcoming these lines is by buying the front of the line pass. The front of the line pass is selling out every night as well. Highly recommended, because make sure to buy the front of the line early because it gets so crazy. I saw the Exorcist get for 3 hour lines, and American Horror Story get about 2 hours to almost 3 hours as well. Those two are the top rated mazes last week, was The Exorcist and American Horror Story. So if you can get a chance to go either or both, I recommend doing those two first because it gets really long for those lines. Alright, so those are my tips to overcoming the crowds, because this Halloween Horror Nights is the best year for icons. I mean for their lineup that they have for mazes. So it is gonna, I predict every weekend it's gonna be selling out, definitely Fridays and Saturdays. When they start doing Sundays, it gets a little slower, but it might sell out as well. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, but definitely make sure to either show up early, do early entry, or get the front of the line. So now what I think about this year's lineup for Halloween Horror Nights, I think it's the best lineup they've ever had in HHN history. It's the most requested characters that people wanna see in films and TV show. So now that we finally got it, I loved every maze, so let's go over them really fast. Now let's talk about The Exorcist. The Exorcist being the first maze. By the way, you guys, these clips that you guys are going to be watching are available, full videos available on Allparkaccess. Please go visit the YouTube channel. It means a lot if you guys can go over there and subscribe and like the videos. It means a lot. It's a way to keep both channels alive. Without Allparkaccess, I can't really continue I can't do as many videos. But if you guys can please go to Allparkaccess and subscribe and watch the videos. It means a lot, and that means I can do more videos as well. Alright, so for the first maze, The Exorcist. The Exorcist has the longest wait times, definitely. Now, what I thought about The Exorcist, the minute you enter that maze, it kicks off fast. You have The Exorcist walking backwards on the stairs on the infamous scene, and then from then on you go into pitch black room. From pitch black room, there are characters in there. You go from pitch black to another scene, and then you keep going on and on. I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but definitely if you are terrified of the Exorcist films, this is something that you are going to be very scared of, because each time I go in that maze, they always get me. Even though I know that they're all fake and some of the scenes aren't as scary, it still gets me all the time. So definitely I can see why The Exorcist is the highest rated right now of all mazes. Okay, so now The Exorcist definitely, in my books, gets a 9 out of 10 on the rating scale. Loved it. Finally, we have The Exorcist at Halloween Horror Nights. I hope that as it goes on, the characters get more into their roles. But other than that, I love the quality, the detail, some of the characters, and they're really passionate and really good. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so now for the next maze, American Horror Story. American Horror Story was one of the predicted mazes I did earlier in the year. I already predicted that it was going to be coming this year to Halloween Horror Nights, and I was right. And now that it's finally here, it's interesting that they're basing the season off season 1, Murder House, season 3, Freak Show, and season 4, Freak Show, season 5 is Hotel. Now, with those jumping into seasons, how would that transition into maze? I was wondering. I thought they would just do like Murder House and maybe Asylum, and then next year we'll do another American Horror Story. But no, they chose kind of the 3 best seasons for American Horror Story. Even though I love Asylum and I would love to see that as a maze, you never know, maybe next year. Now, when I think of American Horror Story, the only thing that bugged me was the front facade. I wish they used the Murder House front facade instead of the cardboard cutout and the show curtains. But you know what? I'm not going to pick on it for the front facade. Now, entering the maze, you enter the Murder House, and you see the transitions, you see TV screens, and you see all the characters from the Murder House season. Murder House gets a big chunk of the maze. I don't have a problem with that. I love Murder House, and I thought the costumes for Murder House, for American Horror Story itself, were amazing. So to be able to see the characters and look at the costumes and see everything that's going on, it's amazing. So I'm really happy what they did with American Horror Story. After Murder House, you go into the Freak Show and transitions as well. I love Freak Show. I think it's the best season ever for American Horror Story. I wish it got a little bit more space. The hotel part of the maze was good as well, but I didn't know what was really going on, so I need to go watch the hotel season. But overall, American Horror Story gets an 8 out of 10. Now, the reason why it gets an 8 out of 10, I wish that Freak Show got more attention, and maybe it would have been better just to base it off 2 seasons instead of 3 seasons. But maybe next year we'll get American Horror Story again if it does really well in the surveys, and we'll get some new seasons. I really do hope so. And that's the second maze that got rated really high during opening weekend, and not to mention the fact that it has like the second longest wait times, right below Exorcist. Now, American Horror Story is located in the back lot, along with Krampus and Freddy vs. Jason. All right, so for the next maze I'm going to talk about is Halloween. Halloween, it's based on the second film, and this maze is amazing. John Murdy last year Halloween got the highest ratings ever in guest surveys. So, makes sense that they brought it back this year. And not only did they bring back Halloween, they brought it the second film right where the first one left off and where the maze left off. So the minute you enter, you're entering the house again. You're seeing Michael Myers getting shot and falling off the building. And then after that, you go to the hospital where he starts murdering his victims. But the main highlight of this maze is the last 2 scenes in this maze. The last 2 rooms are amazing. I love this. I just love this maze. It's maybe one of my favorite ones to go to. It's just, I love everything about it. I can't say anything else about it, so I'm going to rate it a 9 out of 10. Halloween is located in the Jurassic Park Overflow queue area right across the Exorcist. So I would say save Halloween for later. That one doesn't seem to be getting too much of a long wait times for now, but who knows, that might change later on. So now, Freddy vs. Jason located in the back lot with American Horror Story and Krampus. Freddy vs. Jason, I love this maze. The minute you see the front facade, it's a tribute to Wes Craven. And if you pay attention, on your left, you can see Jason Voorhees appear in certain parts of the maze. It's just like a statue figure, but still, he's there. And then when you enter the maze, you enter the boiler room. You go from there, and it really feels, honestly, it feels like these 2 iconic characters are fighting each other. Just like how I wished Alien vs. Predator was, this maze actually accomplishes it. They use a lot of tricks to make it feel like you're in Freddy's nightmare dream sequences. You'll see walls like that look like brick walls and then fade out, and then Freddy will be behind them, for example. They use a lot of tight spaces, and they put you right smack in the middle of them fighting, basically, and looking at each other the whole time, and it feels like you're in between that. This maze does get really long wait times. This is one of my favorites as well, along with Halloween. It's really up there. I can't say anything else about it. I'm glad to see these characters come back. It's been such a long time since they've been back at Halloween Horror Nights, so it's good to see them back and to see them in this way. I give this one a 9 out of 10. Definitely check this one out because this one also has a long wait times. Oh, now comes my least favorite maze of Halloween Horror Nights. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blood Brothers. Now, when I heard that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was going to get the location of the Waterworld overflow queue area, I was excited because it was a new location. They never done it before. Could it be a bigger maze? Are they able to do more with it? And walking in the maze, I was disappointed. I went on it several times trying to give it a chance every time. It's just not my favorite, my least favorite maze out of Halloween Horror Nights. And I really thought this one was going to be good. The reason why, it's lit way too well. You see Leatherface, you know where he's going to pop out. Like, the scares aren't in your face, so you know he's going to pop out of that hole. It should be just a little bit dimmed darker so you can't see him that easily. I think it's also because we've seen Leatherface so many times at Halloween Horror Nights that it's just maybe not scary anymore to see him. The fact that they use triggers on Leatherface's chainsaw and it's not as scary if they had like one of those. I'm not sure how they can do it to make it more terrifying, but definitely one of my least favorite. This one gets a 5 out of 10. I mean, if I'm leaving Halloween Horror Nights and not able to hit Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm not worried about it because it's not my go-to maze. But I mean, 5 out of 10 is not bad still. Eli Roth comes back to Halloween Horror Nights and he takes over the Terror Tram using his clown character that he created. This is gonna be, this maze, I mean, it's kind of like a maze almost. This Terror Tram this year is so different. They use different techniques and different little mini mazes. Like the Psycho House has a little small maze, but not that small to the point where it clogs up too much. And then after that, there's another little maze right behind the Psycho House. I loved the Terror Tram. The Terror Tram was really, really good. It needed this, whatever, I don't know what they did. I think it's just the clown itself looks terrifying. It's based off the fact that this clown used to, was hired by Universal, and then he was hired to entertain kids, and then at some point people started getting afraid of clowns and no one wanted the clowns. Universal fired him. In this story, Universal got rid of him, and then he came back and was just like hanging around the Terror Tram. It's a really interesting story, but anyway, not so much for the story. This is scares, and the scares are really good. Makeup's really good. The characters, I mean, everything. I love the Terror Tram. Definitely go check out the Terror Tram. It's much more different than the other previous years at Halloween Horror Nights. I rate the Terror Tram at 8 out of 10. No maze is getting anything below that. The only one I did was Texas, and that was the most disappointing one, but you never know. Things could pick up in the future. I've seen mazes do a 360 where I hated them, and then I ended up going through them, and they were the best ones. But yeah, definitely go check out Terror Tram this year at Halloween Horror Nights. This one has like about, I would say an average of 40-minute wait. But yeah, you can save this one for later in the night, but don't wait too late because they do close the Terror Tram at a certain time because of the neighbor situation happening. Now, the Purge this year has got scare zones all over Halloween Horror Nights. So instead of creating these little themed scare zones, the Purge has taken over all of Universal Studios Hollywood. Not a bad thing. There is the Purge Gauntlet. Now, the Purge Gauntlet is located next to Mel's Diner, the Universal Plaza. I highly recommend checking it out. It's like a scare zone / it's mainly like a little scare zone. And the actors are really good there. The energy is always good. The scenes are really nice. I mean, this is something different that they've done. It's basically a huge scare zone that goes all the way from Mel's Diner to French Street. And it's just a big scare zone, and it works really well. Good job on Universal Studios' part for doing something different this year and adding this type of scare zone. This doesn't have any wait times, just like I said, scare zone. But yeah, definitely go worth checking out. It's kind of hidden, so If you guys look at your maps, it's a Universal Plaza. You'll see like a light and everything. So that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about, that people don't know how to find it. But other than that, I love that part of the Purge scare zone. Alright you guys, so that wraps up my tips, my small little tips. I can do another video with more tips and tricks. And then also my review about Halloween Horror Nights. I do have the Fear Pass, so I will be there often. I already met some fans, so if you guys see me, make sure to say hi, and thank you for those who stopped me and said, hey, you're HHNfanboy. Thank you for that. Like I said, this year for Halloween Horror Nights is the best year. Definitely prepare for this huge lines. Don't be surprised if there's 3-hour line for The Exorcist. Just make sure to prep in advance, and that's all you can do. Alright guys, so like I said, make sure to visit Allparkaccess. It means so much to me if you guys can go over there and subscribe. We only have about 290 subscribers. I really want to see that go up, so if you're watching this video, please head over to Allparkaccess and subscribe. It's the only way I can keep doing these videos for both channels. If I see that Allparkaccess starts getting some attention, then I will definitely start doing more videos here. But I just need everyone just take like a minute out and go subscribe and like a video, and that's it. That's all you guys have to do. I might be able to even do a giveaway at some point, but it just depends if we're able to get enough people to just head over to Allparkaccess. Alright guys, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and tell me what you guys think. If you guys already went to Halloween Horror Nights, and let me know about what was your favorite maze. And like I said, head over to Allparkaccess, and I'll leave a little link. You guys can head over there and hit that subscribe button, and it would mean so much. So thank you guys, and I will keep you guys posted on more videos very soon. I'm planning to do HHN vlogs on this channel, so stay tuned for those, and I'll catch you guys later.